My name's Brian Colley. I'm with the Federal Highway Administration. The objectives of this domestic scan were first to identify effective deployment strategies of proven digital construction management innovations, followed by documenting state highway agencies' methods and benefits for adopting digital construction management innovations, and finally, where we are today, which is deploying our observations nationally to assist in supporting an equitable workforce to deliver a safe, timely, and quality highway construction program.
While we had a lot of different themes coming from different states, I think most of the recurring themes that we saw from the presenters and from the panels centered around electronic documentations, including adding software to more effectively manage the data from the construction project. This also included ways to collect the data, for example, using UAS, LiDAR, or mobile applications to collect it.
The outstanding scan team was identified with an intent to build equity among states with large, medium, and small state representation. The members of the review team also possessed experience with advancing digital construction management innovations. Respectfully, the members are Mr. John Hancock, co-team leader from Georgia DOT, myself, Brian Colley, co-team leader from Federal Highway, Mr. Charles Bauer from Wyoming, Mr. Tyler Carlson from Nebraska, Mr. Eric Chaston from Utah, Mr. John Dunham from Connecticut, Mr. Raymond Hopkins from California, Miss Wade Johnson from South Carolina, Mr. Jace Meekum from Utah, Mr. Sean Smith from Maine, and Mr. Damon Zettlinger from South Dakota DOT. In addition, our subject matter expert was Mr. Chris Newman, a retired Federal Highway employee. This domestic scan was conducted in a two-phase process. The first phase consisted of two surveys that allowed the team to identify which states were leaders in the deployment of digital construction management innovations. This was followed by a 5-day virtual workshop with the leading state highway agencies as follows, explaining to us their process. California, Georgia, Maryland, Maine, Nebraska, Pennsylvania, Utah, South Carolina, South Dakota, and Wyoming DOT.
I guess one of the biggest takeaways from the scan was the executive leadership support is a major need. Also bringing in all users that will ultimately be using the technology to decide on what the final product and what it should look like. There are a lot of resources out there from other states that have already made the journey, using these different technologies. And one of the biggest things that is that for most of the innovations that states want to implement, there's another state that has implemented. And every state that we have heard from has been willing to share these lessons learned and the challenges and what to look out for as you implement these ideas.